Yo, what is up people, how's it going? Hope so much you have a fantastic day. So it's about RipsCru back again in a tutorial, dude. So in this tutorial, I will tell you how you can make a literal homing missile or a stalker. Technically both do the same thing. They will come after you, and yeah, one will try to kill you by making you burst in pieces, while other will probably capture you and then slit your throat and cut you up in pieces. I don't know, I'm not a stalker, I'm just making assumptions. But anyways, if you want the code of how I did it, here it is. It's really simple, just like 4 lines of code, and I will recommend you to type it. There's nothing really much complicated in this, just a simple trick to use. So I will just tell you that, and yeah, the video will be over then. So make sure to go ahead and hit the like and sub button, dude. It will help me a lot. So yeah, there's also a download link in the description for this script. Okay, so now let's get started with how I made it. Okay, so make a new script and open it up in Visual Studio. So firstly, we will make two public variables. One is of type transform and second is of type float, which will store, for transform will store the target's transform, and the float will store a floating type number, which we can adjust so that we can adjust the speed of the missile. Okay, so in the update function, what we have to first consider is how we can rotate our missile towards the target. So how we can do it, I will just show you the basic process of how I calculate or what we gonna do. Okay, so firstly we have to calculate direction vector. Okay, so to calculate direction vector between the missile and the target, you have to subtract the position vector of the target with the position vector of the missile. Then you will get a direction vector which points from the missile towards the target. Okay, and then when we will get this direction vector, you have to calculate the angle that this direction vector makes with the positive direction of y-axis, which is this axis. Okay, and then when you will get the angle that this direction vector makes with the y-axis, you have to give that angle to the missile so that it should know what its rotation should be, so that it points towards the target. Okay, I hope so. It's really simple. I don't know if I made it much complicated, but yeah, this is the basic thing about what we are gonna do. So yeah, now let's get back into coding. So firstly, I told you have to calculate direction vector. Okay, so you can calculate the direction vector by simply subtracting the target's position with the missile's position. Okay, so this is the direction vector. Now what you have to do is you have to calculate the angle that this direction vector makes with the positive direction of y-axis. So to do that, first make a temporary vector to a float variable, and then use the function vector2.sine angle, and then feed it two vectors that you want to calculate the angle between. Okay, so why are we using sine angle? Because it gives us positive as well as negative values, while vector2.angle only gives us positive values. Then what you have to do is you have to give this angle to the missile so that it can know this is the angle that you should have, so that you can point towards the target. Okay, so to do that, we are gonna say transform.rotation equals to quaternion.euler, and then feed it a vector3. Okay, so right now we want to rotate our missile along the z-axis. Okay, so we have to give that angle to the z-axis, so we are writing it as 0f, and then the angle by which or the angle that the missile should have, so that it can point towards the target. Okay, so this is the only thing that you need to rotate your missile. Okay, so now I will show you how it looks like in the game view. So just let it compile. My laptop is like 7 years old, but still it's working, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I fucking love my laptop. Okay, so the script is compiled. Okay, so I will just give in the transform, and now as you can see, just wait a minute. Okay, so as you can see that the missile is looking towards the target. Now what is left is we have to just make sure that the missile moves in the direction in which it is looking. So to do that, we use the transform.translate method. Okay, and then feed it a vector2 up, and by how much unit the missile should move, that is our speed. So yeah, this is how it is done. And if you want to know more about the transform.translate method or how it really works, I will link down the Unity document in the description. You can go ahead and check it out from there, because it will be really helpful if you guys look into it. And yeah, and that will really help you a lot. So yeah, thank you for joining in. If you have any suggestions regarding that topic or anything that you want to share, and if you don't really like me, and that too, because most of the people don't really like me apart from my family, so it's all good. But anyways, thank you for joining in. Make sure to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, dude. It will really help me a lot. And thank you for joining in. It's about RipsCru signing out, and maybe for a long time, but we don't know. If I survive, I will come back. Peace.